Hey guys, it's Andrew from Stock Money. Hope you're doing great. It's been a while since I did my last video. However, yesterday Bitcoin closed the month for the second highest close in its history at 70,200. Its previous one was in March at 71,000, so we're almost there. In my last video, which was on the 29th of July, price was at 69,800, and I was expecting us to remain at these levels and actually do something similar to what's currently playing out now. So I was expecting this kind of price behavior to play out over here. Instead, what happened was a nice correction of 30%, a bounce back up to 64,000, marking the first resistance and lower high compared to that. Price then found support at 55,000, resistance at 66,000, support at 60,000, and at this point I thought I was looking at an ascending wedge. So I basically tried to understand a little bit what was going on. So what I found was that between April and June, price was producing an ascending wedge. And now between, let's say, August and end of November, we're printing a similar chart pattern at this level, but it was slightly different because the third point here was a support, whilst the third point here was a resistance. Now it's subtle, but to me it made a bit of a difference because from support it flipped to resistance, from resistance it flipped to support. So I thought, okay, if now we have support, then I'm expecting the price of Bitcoin to at least come back to level 0.5, which is the resistance level of the ascending wedge, and to maybe do something along these lines and basically just remain above the ascending wedge's resistance line, which is now flipped to support. So going back to the chart, that's more or less what happened. We got the price going up above the resistance level, which was great. Hopefully it remains in this area. Price ended up going to 73,000, and now sort of we're hanging on at very high levels, printing the second highest monthly close. It's also the start of a new TDC sequential count, so we're on a 2 above a 1, which is good. And I expect basically Bitcoin to remain now in this area. If we go below 68,000, then a crack below 68,000 can take us to 50k back. But I don't think this is going to happen. So I think that Bitcoin is held on quite enough. And maybe end of November, start of December, we're going to see a move. Once the presidential election is done and we know who won, we'll probably see a move to the upside in either case. 81 is, let's say, a lowest target. 91 is, I would say, quite attainable. Higher than 90, I'm not sure. So there is this Bitcoin Composite Index. And it's really good. It's a good index because it helps identify peaks and bottoms, and it's basically the net unrealized profit and loss and market value to realized value. I don't know how it's worked out, but it's on Crypto Quant and it's a good chart. So if you look at this chart, we're currently at 0.8. 0.8 is basically equivalent to a price of Bitcoin of 70,000 or 71,000 in today's obviously price. If you go back to last time, we were in this kind of level, just after a halving, right at the start of price discovery phase. This was in 2020, and if you look in the box, 0.8 was equivalent to 15,000 or 15.5 thousand. That basically means that today 15.6 thousand, today 70,000 is equivalent to 16,000 in 2020. And if you go back to 2000, right before the bull market of 2017, when the price was 955, the NUPL or the composite index was marking 0.8. So there's a lot of upside left to go. This index normally tops above 1.1, and can sometimes top at 1.2. In this case, it was 1.22. In 2021, it was 1.17, and we've already hit 0.97, but we haven't gotten into the 1 territory yet. So basically, I think there's a lot more room for us to make a move to the upside. If you look at the pi cycle top and bottom oscillator, we're currently at 0.14. If last time you can say we were in a similar kind of market was August 2020, when the oscillator was 0.14, the price of Bitcoin was 12,000, which means that today we're at 0.14 and the price is at 70,000, and there's a lot more way to go, because we normally top at 1. We normally top in this one marker, same every time. So this was 2020, and if we go back quickly to 2016, here the price was 395 when it was 0.14. So there's a lot of upside to go. I think Bitcoin can really do well in this bull market. We just need to get above this level. We need to know who the president is going to be, because it's affecting the market at the moment. But overall, I think the chart's looking good, and this invalidation of this ascending wedge was, to me, confirmation that we're going to get higher prices by as late November or late December. Other than that, Stock Money posted this megaphone chart pattern, which is the inverse of Bitcoin's price, which also shows that, the crack came, the retest came, and actually we might not even go back to this level. We might just go back to, the 68,000, because that falls in the ascending wedge support line now, which was previous resistance line. So bigger prices or higher prices are anticipated. As an ending, I've been making these forecasts, price predictions every week for ccn.com. In it, I provide a range, closing, just keep up with the RSI, TD sequential, on-chain, when to sell, MVRV Z-score. I give some updates on what I think targets are, where to buy, where to sell. Chart patterns, I like chart patterns a lot. They've been very, very good over the last 16-15 years of Bitcoin's life. Chart patterns are really, really reliable. And other than that, I think Bitcoin will continue to trend upwards and just remain in this range between 68 and 74. And once we know who the president will be, I think that's when price will go up. Other than that, I hope you like this content, and I hope it's helped understand a little bit more where price might be going, please let me know in the comments, and have a great day. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you very much, guys. Have a great day. Ciao, ciao.